So here we are, just before Thanksgiving, and I'm going to go ahead and change this out. It looks like it's never been changed. This is the fuel filter on the 1996 Ford Bronco. These clips have to come off here. And then there is tool I'm going to use here. Slips up. Oh, I got it backwards. Slips up here and then slides in, and then you should be able to remove and pull this off. This side here is going to be kind of a pain in the ass because it's kind of blocked, but fuel filter is moved back a little bit. I'm not sure why that is, so I'm not going to record this getting it out and everything, but just to show you what I'm going to do and put it back in. Okay, all right. So just a view here of the old and the new. I try to always date my stuff so I know when they were done. The new one is original Motorcraft, and that's the part number. FOTZ 9155B. So this would be 1990. That's what that means. F is the decade, and then the actual number of that decade is next, and then the rest of the part number. I just thought I'd point out something that's interesting on this. And where is it? Right there is a notation on here that I was quite surprised to see. Let's see here. Oh yes, here it is. Here it is. Now, look at that. Made in the USA. I mean, I was not expecting a Motorcraft part like this to be made in the USA. So, there we go. What do you know? Now, just going to, pardon me while I get my little mini tripod open here. I just want to show what this might look like, because I only have one hand, and it's hard to do this with one hand. So it just snaps around here, and then it slides in. Okay, slides into the hose, and then you grab the hose and try and wiggle it off. Now I'm going to tell you, it was very tough to do on this. They were stuck pretty well, so it took me a lot of finagling to get it off, but you can do it if you try. But these things are great. This is 5/16, by the way, in size. So the 5/16 line extractor, whatever you call these things. Let me see here. I got a whole kit of them. Let's got a whole kit of these, and they are called AC fuel line disconnect tools. And if I'll put a link in the description box for you all so you can have them. But yeah, that's what they look like. Honestly, it worked really well. I mean, you can finagle your own and make your own, but I think these were very, 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 very cheap. So for my purposes, this works. Now I'm going to go put this on. And by the way, I also blew through this. I blew through this. It's kind of difficult to blow through. So I'm glad I'm changing it. And then I blew through the end of this. They only go on one way, by the way. Motorcraft is nice that it has a little arrow here telling you which way to go before the engine. But if you just follow the old one, even if it doesn't have a arrow on it, then you just put it in the exact same way. And usually what happens is the cap here goes towards the driver. It goes towards the front. This little ring goes towards the front. So I'm going to put this on. You can sort of hear me blowing through it. It blows through much easier than the one that I took off. Oh yeah, it's not even close. So I'm going to put this on,
By the way, the reason I did this is because, you know, I had some, I don't know if I'd call it an issue with the fuel, but it seems like there might be. And then I noticed this here has probably been on there since 1996. So I went, you know, this thing is coming off. And Ford recommends you change these things out, by the way. I can't remember, is it once every 35,000 miles or something like that in the original manual? Can you believe that? So that's been in there forever. It seems a little plugged. Gonna put the new one on, see how we do. All right, hang loose. So after you get this thing in, turn it on, check for leaks. And I'm looking pretty good here. Very happy about that. But there's the new one that is in. And you can put this in one of two ways. You can slide it in through the back and then just sort of move these very heavy springs and slide it into the first little notch here. Or you can just sort of press it in. I just sort of pressed it in because I hooked this up first because it was easier. So anyway, I got a little leak here on my transfer case, I'm noticing. And so now I wonder what that could be. Hang loose. Hope that was helpful.